Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the shrine again. I can already tell you it is not much better than last week. We're looking at Franklin's Demise, which is a teachable unlocked by Leatherface at level 40. We have We're Gonna Live Forever, also known as We're Gonna Farm Forever. It's a David King perk unlocked at level 30, allows you to get additional blood points. We have Iron Maiden, which is a perk unlocked by Legion. I didn't even know that off the top of my head. Bit of a dud, I'll explain why very, very soon. And Self-Care. Everybody knows what self-care is. Teachable, unlocked by Claudette, allows you to heal yourself. Okay, talking real quick. Franklin's Demise, what does it do? Basically, at tier 1, it makes the survivor drop an item. At tier 2, it makes the survivor drop an item and damages at 5%. Tier 3, damages at 10% and drops an item. Survivors coming in with flashlights, you don't like that. Medkits, toolboxes. If they use 99% of the item and you hit them with Franklin's tier 1, it destroys the item. It forces survivors to drop it when you M1 them. If you're using your special ability, it doesn't count. However, so for example, a huntress throwing an axe will not force a survivor to drop an item, but a nurse blinking and M1ing will force a survivor to drop an item. Somebody stepping in a bear trap from a trapper won't force them to drop an item. You M1 the guy while he's in the bear trap, that'll force him to drop the item, and vice versa. It's an okay item. I don't like Franklin's. I think if items were bothering me that much and I had to run a perk, I would actually run a Doctor Teachable called Unnerving Presence. Unyielding Presence. It allows you to basically overwhelming presence, my apologies. It allows you to consume 100% of items faster, therefore if a flashlight lasts 8 seconds, it lasts 4 seconds. So it's very, very good out of the choices. I personally don't like Franklin's because they're just going to come back and get their item back. That being said, if you hit a guy while he's going through a pallet and he slams a pallet, the item is under the pallet, just don't break the pallet and he can't get the item if it's a very good one, or you can break it in accordance with how you're feeling. Or if it's a good pallet or a bad pallet. We're Gonna Live Forever. It allows you to basically, it's barbecue and chili for survivors, but a very, very bad version. When you successfully unhook a survivor, if he doesn't go down in a couple of seconds, so a safe unhook, you get 25% more blood points given to you at the end of the trial. So basically, if you earn 20k, you get 25% more. It stacks up to 50% at tier 1, tier 2, 75, tier 3, 100%. So you're looking at an additional 100% blood points. Therefore, if you got 20,000, you'll get 40,000 at the end of the game. It's good during a double blood point event. Stack it obviously with borrowed time, allowing you to hook save. But then again, you're not going to be doing objective, and that can hurt you at the end of the day. Iron Maiden allows you to search lockers 30, 40, and 50% quicker and gives exposure status for 4 seconds when a survivor jumps out of a locker or gets out of a locker. The survivor will scream, a bubble will appear above their head, much like Infectious Fright or the Doctor's Tear Up Madness ability. That being said, you'll commonly see it used on people who are running barbecue and chili and can get around the board. Like the nurse, you might see it on her, allowing her to, blink across and then down somebody. Less so now that the nurse got a bit of a nerf. You'd see it more on a huntress, somebody who's forced to interact with lockers quite often, allowing her to reload quicker. That's 50% at tier 3, pretty much a green, not a green, it's a yellow add-on she can run that allows her to reload faster. They do stack together, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to search a locker that fast. With that perk by itself, it's very, very quick. I would not want to unlock Legion to get this perk. I do not think it's a decent teachable at all. Alternatively, if somebody's trying to spin a Leatherface and they jump in a locker, you can M1 them when they come out because they're exposed. Don't think it's a good perk. So all in all, we've got an average perk, a not so good perk, a not so good perk, and we're finishing on a not so good perk. Self-care. Okay, this allows you to heal yourself in 32 seconds. That's a long time. It takes 80 seconds to do a generator. You heal yourself in 32. If you have Sloppy Butcher, another 25%. You heal yourself in 40 seconds. That could have been half a generator done, and it took you to heal yourself. The only thing is you don't need a medkit to heal yourself. The only benefit it provides. Very bad perk. It is easily outweighed and one of the worst healing perks in the game. Miles outweighed by Adrenaline. However, Adrenaline works once. And a perk called Inner Strength, which is a Nancy teachable. Allows you to heal in 6 seconds when you get inside a locker. That being said, you need to have broken a totem or cleanse the totem for that to work. All in all, would I buy anything out of this week's shrine? Absolutely not. I would save my blood points. If I had to buy something, you're obviously looking at a DLC perk and a DLC perk. I would probably take Franklin's Demise out of both of these. Unless I want it to be a Huntress main, Iron Maiden, I can see you putting it in your build, don't get me wrong, but there are better options on the table for the mid to the late game, depending on how high you rank up. Alrighty guys, that's going to be all for this week's Shrine. I'd love to talk more detail about it, but there really isn't much to tell you guys. They're 4 not so great perks. If you want to buy them, feel free to, but I personally would say save your shards for next time. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the fog.